In this lecture, we'll take a look at how we can make use of reusable templates or layouts and design our pages accordingly. So here, if I run this application now, you'll notice this header section and the footer section are commonly used across all the pages that we have. Now, apart from that, we have these feature section and then some popular courses section. Now, it would be better if for every other page we can just make use of this header and footer, and across all the pages we could share the same code. In order to do that, in ASP NetMVC we have the concept of layouts. Now, layout files are some kind of partial controls and they reside inside a directory called shared. So here inside views we'll create a directory and we'll name it as shared directory. Now inside this shared directory, for now what I'm going to do is the index.cshtml file that we have, I'll copy this file, put it inside the shared directory, and as I mentioned, it's going to be a partial control, and usually the partial control starts with underscore, and here I've given it a name called layout.cshtml. Now this is going to be our main file, and this file is, as you can see, consists of everything. Now in the body, all I need to do is, here I'm collapsing the header section and then other sections that we have. Now if I want to put different contents inside the body for different pages, I can make use of a function called render body. So let's say this area that we have over here, start feature area, is something we want to put in our index.cshtml file. So I'll cut this from here, and here all I need to do is write render body. So this is a C# placeholder, meaning it will replace this placeholder with the contents of that particular view. For instance, if I want to show index.cshtml content over here, the view will replace the content of index.cshtml with this one. So here we'll get the content from index.cshtml. Let's save this now, go to index.cshtml, remove everything from here, and what we need to do is write few lines of code. The first thing that we need to do is specify which layout we are targeting, and that will come from here, the partial control. Remember, you're not specifying any directory from where you need to get this file. ASP.NET is smart enough to locate this file. Now once you have mentioned which layout to use, you can write the content that you want to put in your index.cshtml file. Now if I save this and run it, you will not notice any difference in the output, but the contents are now coming from two different files. The header, footer and every other stuff is coming from layout, and the features section is coming from the index.cshtml file. Now here, if you want to introduce many more sections in the layout.cshtml file, we have another method called render section. For instance, let's say on index.cshtml page you want to show this popular courses, so we'll take it from here, and just below the render body I'll write this line render section, and in this I need to pass a couple of parameters. First is the name of the render section, so I'll say popular courses, and then I can also specify whether this section needs to be present on every page where we are making use of layout.cshtml as the base page. So here I'll say false, and let's save this, go to index.cshtml, and here it doesn't matter where exactly you are placing the section content. It has to reside inside a section and then the name of the section that we provided over there in the layout.cshtml file. So there, if you see, we have provided popular courses, and that's what we'll write over here, popular courses, and then we need to paste the content inside it. So this is our popular courses. Remember, in the index.cshtml file or the layout file, this was placed below it, but here I've just kept it on the top. Now if I save this and rerun this application, you can see the popular courses section is coming below the features section, just like it was there in the layout.cshtml file. And here you can see in our index.cshtml file we had the section on top. So it doesn't matter, basically wherever you are mentioning this render section, there only the section will be populated from that particular page. You can also keep a check whether a section is defined or not, and based on that you can show content. For instance, over here I can say @if, and here is section defined, and you need to provide the name of the section. For instance, over here I can say popular courses, and if this section is defined, we need to render it in this way. And in other cases I can simply go ahead and say some HTML content like this, and if required we can also put a section over here just to ensure that this render section is created inside this. And from the render section area in index.cshtml, I can just take this particular section from here and put it over here, and here you can see the results will be appearing once the page is loaded. There we go, it's coming up properly now. Now in the next lecture we'll see how we can pass data from controller to view and make use of that data in our views.